We have a straight.
Yeah.
He's dead. GG, buddy.
It's the PokerNews Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 983 of the PokerNews Podcast. I am Chad Holloway, joined by Mike Holtz at Level 9 Studio. This is a special episode on Friday because yesterday at the World Series of Poker, Mike, was arguably one of the wildest / most entertaining days in recent WSOP history.
Yeah, pretty crazy. You got multiple bracelet winners that are famous. You got things popping off left and right. Going to be a good episode.
The main event is officially underway, and yeah, we'll get into that. But like you mentioned, well, we're going to get into Daniel Negreanu winning a bracelet, Martin Kabrhel winning a bracelet, Phil Hellmuth's entrance. Those we lost on day 1A of the main event, and anything else that comes up in between. But start with Negreanu winning a bracelet here, Mike. I've been around the WSOP for 18 years, and I can tell you anytime Negreanu makes a deep run, makes a final table, there is an electricity in the air that comes along with that. He is arguably the biggest name in poker. Would you agree? Do you feel that kind of excitement at all?
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, I'm in a lot of group chats. I'm in a lot of Facebook groups and things like that. So what to do with poker, and whenever Daniel's running deep, everyone's talking about it. It's the most watched thing in poker. I don't think there's a person in poker who has more of a fan base overall. Daniel Negreanu really is the character that we've all watched since we were young or grown up watching, and it's sick to see him still crushing at the level that he's crushing at, and he's evolved. You know what I mean? He's not, and he alluded this in his interview. He said he's so much better than the version of himself in 2004 where he had that great year, and I can agree with that. I've watched him grow. I've seen hand histories. I've seen him grow as from elite to super elite, and it's nice to see.
Yeah, he said in his vlog, which I thought was interesting to make your point of, he's never been the type to resist the change, right? Which a lot of players have. We've seen it even like Hellmuth and Mike Mattisau and others of that kind of poker boom era have resisted the GTO kind of thinking, if you will. But Negreanu doesn't. He leans into it and asks himself like, okay, what are they doing and how can I adjust, or how can I learn that? How can I adapt? And obviously it's working. He went on a drought of bracelets for a while there. And then in 2024 won the 50K PPC for event number 7. And here he is winning event number, let's see, it was the $100,000 high roller PLO event, taking it down for $2.2 million in his 8th bracelet. And not only that, he defeated a stacked final table, Artur Martirosyan heads up, Christopher Frank, Philip Sternheimer, Sean Winter, Jeremy Osmus.
That's an elite Final Six, like a seriously elite Final Six. And if you look at Daniel Negreanu's bracelets, all of his final tables, where most of them have an elite Final 8, an elite Final 9. I mean, the guy's been crushing for years and years and years. He's a mainstay. He's got a great personality. Daniel Negreanu is one of the best characters in poker. He's a good person. I like him. I'd like to say he's my friend, or semi-friend, whatever you want to call it. But it's always a pleasure to bump into Daniel and talk to him. He's a good guy, and I'm happy for him and his family.
Yeah, you were actually on his vlog earlier in the summer. I screen grabbed it and sent it to you.
That is true.
You and Ben.
2 years in a row, no big deal. I'm like kind of famous or something.
And you mentioned, great family man. His wife Amanda was there to celebrate this win, and as he announced earlier this summer in his vlog, they're expecting a baby boy. And so to me, this is kind of interesting because he gets this huge win, signature win. It does put him in the Player of the Year conversation. Now, I think he's now in the top 10, and life's going to change for him a little bit when he has a child. And so it's definitely not a last hurrah by any means, but to me, it's kind of like, a great big score for Negreanu before he becomes a pop, I guess.
Yeah, no, I think it's really, really, really sick. And I think this is, I don't know. I don't know if things will change for him really that much. He has enough resources and money that he should be able to help mitigate a lot of the things that normal parents would have to deal with, right? Not to say that he is or will, but I think that if anything, this is going to light a fire under his ass. And I think, and I know me personally, when I won my bracelet earlier this summer, I'm more hungry now to win another one than I was to win that first one. And maybe he feels the same way. He could gear up for some fun stuff, and we could have a very interesting end of the year and an interesting Bahamas for Player of the Year.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have the winning hand and Daniel's winner interview that I want to show you. We'll run them back to back. Check it out.
Double swoop it. I need diamonds and spades. He needs to go home.
Time extension.
Let's just do this one. Spade. Slow roll. Diamonds. We got mace. We got that. We have a straight. Yeah. He's dead. GG, buddy.
Talk us over the last 3 days. You look like you had a lot of fun there.
You know, I love PLO, so it's always a lot of fun, especially when you're making hands. You know, I had chips throughout the tournament. I was never really that shorty trying to squeak in anywhere, so I got to maneuver and play, and I end up, you know, with the Ivan Drago Russian Bear, who I had a feeling the whole time was going to be me and him. And in order to win, I was going to have to do it through him, and I ran good heads up, but I also really played well. He didn't see a couple of the hands, but I promise you, I had nada.
I want to talk about the first 20 minutes. It wasn't a great start for you. Where was your head at after that first half hour of play?
Yeah, that first 20 minutes, like before my wife had gotten here, was pretty rough. But like the thing about tournaments is, you know, like when you get coolered, when you lose pots, I like to minimize my losses in those spots to give myself a fighting chance to come back. So even though I'd lost half my stack, I'm like, you're not out of it. You know, just stay in the game. Play your game, you know, and things will turn. And then I was able to win a decent one where I was kind of bluffing against the Japanese player, and that sort of set the tone for me to come back and, you know, weather the storm. So overall, listen, I'm incredibly happy with how I played. I don't look back on any hands where I'm like, well, you messed that up. I really feel like I have an oopsie meter in my vlog. I can't think of any.
Is that the best you played this summer?
I played pretty good all summer, frankly. You know, especially PLO. Like I said, I really believe the game of Pot Limit Omaha. Personally, I think it's the greatest game in all. Probably because the game was designed for my skill set, right? It's post-flop. You know, you get to see flops. I get to limp, and limping is pimping. You know what I mean? There's a whole lot of texture, and I don't study the game with solvers or anything like that. But frankly, I don't need to, because the game makes sense to me. I eat it, I breathe it, I sleep it. I'm in the moments. I play by feel. I don't worry about frequencies and for the right combos to do this. I use the combos that I think make sense in the moment.
And well, you have Amanda on the rail. You guys announced some big news, expecting your first child. How much are you looking forward to that next chapter of your life?
This, like I said this a couple months ago, I got a lot of stuff coming up in the fall, including a baby, and this is shaping up to be the best year of my life in so many ways. You know, we've already sort of evolved past our old life, where I'm up at 6 a.m. My wife is studying to be a PA. She's up at 5. So we sort of like prepared our lifestyles for a child. I go golfing. I live leisurely. And I really do think, you know, with a newborn, it's that alone will trump this by a long shot.
It's probably a bit of a coincidence. You win the 8th bracelet on the first day of the main. Talk to us about your main event plans. When are you thinking of hopping in? Are you taking a few days of breaks now?
Well, I'll tell you, it was pretty cool to be able to do it on day one of the main because the energy, you know, like the crowd was pretty much into it. It was rose deep in that rail. But yeah, I'm a momentum guy, and I cashed 6 in a row, a no cash, then a win. So I'm hot. You know, and I'm feeling it, and I feel really comfortable, really calm, despite what you may have seen with my legs shaking and when I lost that pot, you know. But yeah, I feel good about the main. I'm going to go in there with all the new, because listen, I've gotten better as a player. You know, people look at maybe 2004 where I dominated everything. I would kill that guy. I would destroy him. Like, I'm so much better than that poker player. But I was one that took to heart that all these younger players are learning, and if you're not, they will surpass you. I've always had that in the back of my mind. So I never poo-poo the new strategy. I just try to say, what the hell are they doing? Why are they doing it? What works? What do I not like about it? What am I not going to do because it's stupid to me? And, you know, I go from there.
Well, congratulations, Daniel. We'll let you get on with the rest of your day, and we look forward to the vlog of you winning this tournament.
All right,
there you go.
thanks,
Thank you very much.
All right, congratulations again to Daniel Negreanu. If you want to see more on his impressive win, check out his vlogs on YouTube if you're not already watching. Another person who is vlogging is Martin Kabrhel, who we've talked about many times on this show. He ended up winning his 6th bracelet on a day where he was multi-tabling 3 different events, which was impressive in itself. This was the WSOP online event number 20, 3,200 No Limit Hold'em High Roller. It was a hybrid, right? Make the final table, you come play it out live. Have you been playing these online bracelet events?
I don't play the hybrid ones. I don't play the higher stake ones either. Me personally, I just think there's too much of a risk for collusion and cheating in the higher bracelet events, just because of the smaller fields. And that's not just WSOP.com. That's every website.
Sure.
I tend not to play the bigger events. And my edge is small in them, honestly, if I even have an edge, right? So I figure, why not do that when I can play the 1,500 double board bomb pot and lose $3,000, right? That would be way better.
I knew you were looking forward to that double board bomb pot.
Love the event, and unfortunate for me, didn't cash, but great event. I think that the idea behind it's really good. I like them when they're $1,000 or less buy-ins, 1,500 or less. But I think once you get to that small field, it just it's too easy for 5% of the field to be cheating, and that's enough that it just ruins the tournament for everyone else.
Yeah, it makes sense. In this particular one, Martin Kabrhel defeated Krista Gifford. Heads up, she was an online crusher for a long time.
I'm really upset at myself because I saw the Krista Gifford Pollux online. If you played on WSOP.com anytime in the last 6 years, you played against Pollux. She won Player of the Year, I think 2020. I can't remember the exact year. She got second to me in the next year for Player of the Year in 2021. We have battled so long. I've always heard she lives over at Panorama, and everyone knows her. I've never met her before, and I'm upset at myself because I wanted to go and I wanted to say hi and be like, we have played for 5 years. So nice to meet you, and I just completely forgot.
Yeah. Well, she got $144,000. Martin Kabrhel taking it down for $195,000.
Now, she won a bracelet earlier this year. She already won one online. It's crazy. So good for her. I hadn't seen her play as much, and now to see this is really sick because she's, from all accounts for everyone else, she's a really nice person.
Yeah. The rail for this one was very deep.
It's a deep rail.
Call it the Martin Kabrhel effect. He's got people who either love him or hate him, but they were watching. He was up to his antics. But he did do one thing at this final table where he busted a player and refused to shake his hand. I actually got the video of it from PokerNews. Check it out.
Good game, Martin.
I like that.
We're going to shake hands? 2-1. 2-2 million. 2-2. 2-2. Yes. 2-2. 10 seconds. 5, 4. There's no justice in poker. Not like that! I know I'm not losing his hand. Don't do that. Not like that!
Let's go! Let's go! Vamos! Vamos!
Good game, Martin.
I like that.
We're going to shake hands?
He's a child. It's okay. Give him a break.
That's weak.
So there you have it. Kabrhel just not even acknowledging it, stonewalling him. Mike, thoughts on that?
I mean, just you get it all in 6s versus 7s. You suck out on the guy. He comes over to shake your hand, and you don't shake it back. I don't know what. I mean, clearly something must have happened before that. I don't really know what it is. I don't really care if a man goes to shake your hand after you've eliminated him from a tournament. You shake his hand. I mean, that's what you do. That's a respectful thing. I don't care if you guys had beef or whatever. That is the right thing to do. And I think it's really scummy. And I mean, listen, I have my own personal opinions about Martin Kabrhel. I don't like Martin Kabrhel as a person. I think he's a scumbag. I think that he is an angle shooter. I think that he is probably cheated in the past. I don't like the guy, and I'm going to get hate. People are going to say things in the comments, but I don't like the guy personally, and I think things like this show the true character of what he is, and he really just wants attention, and that's what this all is for. I don't like it. I think that's a really scumbag thing to do.
My take on it is I've never played with Martin. I have interviewed him before. I've enjoyed the interactions we've had interviewing, but my issue with this, because I agree, like it just left a bad taste in my mouth, is like if you're trying to do things in the poker space, which Martin clearly is, he's got his vlogs from the WSOP. He's asking us to invest in him as poker fans and as an audience, and buy into his antics, which a lot of people do. But like this, I don't know. It just didn't sit well with me, right? Like he kind of said, it's just the right thing to do is just shake somebody's hand if they're coming up to you. And this one I just didn't think was a good look.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Martin Kabrhel's a fantastic poker player. His antics have obviously got him famous for the good or the bad. I don't think that he is... I just don't think he's a very good person. And I like get just horrible vibes from him. Like I just feel like when he's around, like you can just tell that he's not doing this for a good reason. Like he's not like, oh, I want to grow the game. This is all a very selfish bit that he's doing, and he's ruining it. It's so unfun to play with him, and then he doesn't shake people's hands. I just really don't like him as a person. And this might come off as being a hater. Maybe I am being a hater, but man, I can't imagine. I'm trying to think. Maurice Hawkins and I play heads up, and I lose or I beat him. I'm shaking his hand at the end, regardless. Yeah. Like so I don't know what this guy could have done. But I'd like to hear Martin's side of the story, but I don't think there's many things that he could say that would make me feel good about it.
Sure. Well, let's talk about antics, those of Phil Hellmuth. I was actually there behind the scenes for this one, his patented main event entrance. He did it on day 1A. It happened to coincide when Negreanu was winning his bracelet at the same time. So it was just a wild atmosphere inside the Paris. I don't know if you were there at the time.
I wasn't, no.
Yeah, I was. It was, kind of a circus atmosphere in a good way. So as he revealed to me on the Table Talk Bet Rivers podcast that I co-host with Keith Becker for Poker News, we did a tour of his condo here in Vegas at the beginning of the summer, and he revealed that he was going to dress up and enter as Superman in a black costume, right? And that his son Nick was going to come as Batman. His son Philip was going to do Green Lantern, ended up doing Captain America, which I won't even get into the details of mixing Marvel and DC universes.
It's fine.
But it was a superhero theme. Daniel Case was dressed as like an angel. Yeah.
What was that? It was a superhero theme. Daniel Cates was dressed as an angel. Anyway.
I mean, Jungle Man gonna Jungle Man.
Jungle Man going Jungle Man.
Yeah. I mean, and to be fair, there is a Marvel X-Men character named Angel, but I know that's not
what
he was going for.
He was not Angel, the character.
No,
not even close.
It was fun because I got to hang out during this because we were filming some content for the Bet Rivers Table Talk podcast. So we were behind the scenes. I watched them all getting dressed. DJ Washburn was dressed as
Donald
Deadpool.
Trump in the women's locker room. Jesus.
It was funny. The behind the scenes was what you would expect for Hellmuth thing. He had his water that he promotes there. He literally had like a display of Sour Patch Kids that were open to everybody.
He's not sponsored by Sour Patch Kids, is he?
I think he maybe wants to be, and it would make sense. And then he had models there who I actually snagged one. You can see it behind me. This The Adventures of Super Phil. They had one of these, 17 of them for each of his bracelets that the models were holding during their walk-in. And so I snagged this one for the set here and a couple more to do giveaways with.
Oh, that's literally one of the ones he did?
Yeah, that was literally one of them.
But that's AI, isn't it?
Yeah, they're AI pictures based off famous moments.
It literally looks more like me eating a hot dog than him. Like
Fair. Some of them look really good, some not so much.
I think it's cool though. Honestly, I've been a hater of Phil Hellmuth's entrances for forever. Whenever it happens, I'm like, come on. Somehow I liked the one yesterday. And is that because I met P3 and I like P3? Maybe. I love P3, by the way.
We got an episode coming up. Mike alluded to it. We sat down in this studio and interviewed his son, Philip Hellmuth III, P3. That's going to be coming out later in July, so keep an eye open for that. But I too, I really enjoyed getting to know him. I've played with P3 a couple times, and I think, you just, when you got to sit with him, you kind of see just how down to earth he is.
Oh, I thought, I didn't want to make it seem like I was like trying to get in close with the Hellmuth family or anything, but I wanted to be like, yo, I think I asked him, I was like, we should get a dinner break sometime, but I wanted to ask for his number. I thought he was fucking cool, man. I thought he was a really down to earth dude. He looks so much like his dad. I didn't see it at first, then he turned to the side and I was like, oh my God, that's just Phil Hellmuth, literally. But he was great guest. Calls his dad Phil, which I love. He's like, yeah, Phil. I'm like, I loved it.
I noticed that too. I picked that up.
I know. It'd be cool if he could come in again sometime. He's a great guy. Podcast.
Keep an eye open for that episode. Not exactly sure when it's going to run, but it'll be here soon because we're on a march to 1,000 episodes, Mike. This is episode 984. Tomorrow, I'm going to have a special episode with Kinda England. Will be back in studio along with Esther Taylor, a.k.a. Ite, and Caitlin Komeski joining me in studio for an episode that's kind of devoted to all things women in poker from the summer. So not only the WSOP, but across town. So that will be a good one. And yeah, we got some plans for episode 1,000 that I can't quite share yet, but I've told you a little bit behind the scenes, and it's going to be a celebration.
No, episode 1,000 is going to be a banger. I'm really, really excited. And some of the stuff, like, I'm pretty sure it's, like, not legal for us to do that. But whatever, we're going to ball, literally cough.
And then, of course, the WSOP main event is underway. Yesterday was day 1A. Hellmuth played in it. I believe he bagged a stack. A lot of players didn't. We actually have a little tradition we like to do here on the PokerNews Podcast and remember those that we lose on day 1 of the WSOP main event. Check it out. So there you have it. Those we lost on day 1A of the main event. Jared Blesnick was a big one that went down in that. But Mike, you haven't played yet, but you don't know when you're going to, but I know you're going to.
Yeah, either 1C or 1D. I'm not 100% positive. Honestly, I kind of like to just play day 2, but at the same time, it's like it's the main. I can't. Like I don't want to regret doing that. Yeah. So I will be there hand 1. The trudge, the trudge? Is trudge a word?
I think so.
It sounds like I'm going to trudge through, Is that right? That sounds right.
Trudge. Yeah, the trudge is to walk slowly and heavily, usually with a great deal of effort, exhaustion, and reluctance.
So not only did I get it right, I fucking nailed that shit. Yeah, I'm trying to trudge through there. I'm going to be strapped up with grass-fed beef jerky from Think Jerky, and that's going to be my fuel with some water and some Coke Zeros. So good luck us. You're not playing? You are playing?
I'm not going to play this year. I know I alluded to it, but here's the deal is I simply don't have time because we are trying to get to episode 1,000 by the WSOP main event final table because we're going to do a big celebration, and I'm really looking forward to that and just want to make sure that I'm giving the proper time and attention to the episodes between now and then. And so main event will have to wait till next year for me. I might try to squeeze in. There's like a couple turbos left. There's the PLO Mystery Bounty, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so kind of want to play that one.
Ooh. Yeah.
Let's give a shout out to another sponsor, FanDuel Poker exclusively. Well, PokerStars exclusively on FanDuel. Thanks to them, they've been supporting us throughout the summer and will up right through the 1,000th episode. And they might try to help me snag some big time guests for that episode. So we'll have to wait and see. And then also, they're not a sponsor, but I do want to shout them out because I love their product. You might have seen it on some episodes here. These hats. So these are some pretty cool hats by Overlord, which I wasn't familiar with, but Mike, you were because you've got some hats. You've always had a nice collection of hats.
I have, the majority of my hats are Overlord hats, I would say. It's either Overlord or PokerNews. I must have, 40 hats, and I'd say 25 of them are Overlord. I mean, I have everything. They are sick. And you met the guy, the owner of the company?
I did, yeah. He was at a charity series of poker event, which he was giving away. He had like over 100 of these hats, different. They got all kinds of license. Yeah,
I'm so angry I
just
wasn't
giving
there.
them away.
Yeah.
He's got these are Sesame Street, the Yip Yip aliens, which I've dressed up as for Halloween in the past. So I'm like, oh, I got to get these two so I can give one to me, and then my cousin who dressed up with me. I got a Transformers one. He's got the
So
Transformers
sick.
license. He had. I want Overlord hats. I'm gonna look up.
Oh,
real
I mean, they
quick.
have everything. They have Invader Zim. They got Looney Tunes. They got
Care Bears,
Care Bear.
Peanuts.
I got every
Disney.
Care Bear. I've got what else do I have? Like Killer Clowns in Space. I've got I'm literally every Looney like the Jetsons. I think the Jetsons. Do I have the
I think
Jetsons?
so. I'm pretty sure.
I think my Jetsons might be a Nike one actually, but it doesn't matter. I have a chef hat. It's pink and furry. It's if you have an outfit and you're not sure if you don't have a hat to wear, holler at them. They have they're the best hats. They're the best quality. I love them.
Rick and Morty, Power Rangers, Star Wars, Rugrats.
They have everything.
Yeah.
And it's sick too because it's like nostalgic ones too. Like that's the coolest part is when you go and you're like, oh, she's got a Hey Arnold hat. Like what?
I'm going to pull up their Instagram as well. You can follow them there. You can go to overlordscaps.com. Got some Futurama ones that I'd like to check out.
No, this guy's a genius too because I didn't even realize like once these came out, I was like, oh my God, like what a smart move. And getting the licensing, I would have thought was super hard, but that's what kills it. I mean, they're so good quality, and a lot of my problems with hats are they're too tight or they don't fit correctly or whatever. And and we're not even sponsored by them.
Yeah.
I'm just literally like, I love these hats. I want free hats, please.
Travis Kyler is the man behind Overlord Caps. You can follow Overlord Caps on Instagram. I'll link to it in the show notes as well as Travis Kyler. Or is it Travis Hoyt? It says Travis Kyler Hoyt. So
what's funny is I traded one of my hats with Caleb Bruno Firth last year. He won, and then he won the PLO. I traded one of my Overlord hats with one of his hats.
That should be like a thing. Like in sports, the athletes from opposing teams will go on the field and swap jerseys sometimes.
Yeah.
If you poker players should be swapping some hats.
Oh, I usually just give them my I usually carry I wear a cup to poker just in case someone wants to kick me in the balls.
So much,
yeah. So I usually just give that to whoever I get eliminated by. Someone asked me the other day, they were like, "Have you ever gotten a fossil from Greg Raymer?" I was like, "Yes," but it wasn't on the felt.
Jesus Christ. Let's put a pin in episode 983. We will be back, I said, tomorrow. Special episode with Kinda England, Ite, and Caitlin Komeski about all things women in poker. On Sunday, Ben, Mike, and myself sit down with Ryan Crow of Texas Card House to talk a little bit about Texas poker. And there's been a development since then that we'll talk about early next week. Doug Polk apparently leaving the lodge, Mike. We won't get into the details here because it's kind of breaking and we got to research it, but that seems like it's going to be a big one. And then, of course, the main event will be in full swing. It is in full swing, but the day one flights will be done. We'll know how you're doing. We'll know how Ben's doing and go from there.
Very excited, and I want to know a lot more about this Doug Polk story. I mean, it's just breaking now. Very interested to know what's going on there, but it's an exciting week of poker. This whole summer has been, besides Martin Kabrhel winning, the good guy summer where so many people I know who are great people have won bracelets. Let's finish it with a bang. Episode 1000 coming soon. Thank you to all the fans and guests and everybody that's come on so far. Just been a great summer.
Agreed. Do us a favor, like, subscribe, give us the 5-star review. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel by the end of the summer. So if you're not already, please subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new episode. Until then, we'll keep a seat open for you.